I don't care what anybody says, but this character right here is my favorite character in the show so far. And I won't be taking any questions on that. Don't at me. And welcome to my Safe Gayven. Thank you guys so much for clicking on another video here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this happens to be your first time clicking on one of my videos, thank you so much for joining me here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Michael, and I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek. And I always say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the Force. So I like to talk superheroes. I like to talk comic books. I like to talk action movies. I like to talk sci-fi. I like to talk fantasy. I like to talk horror. I like to talk black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you are interested in, if you think representation equals normalization and you want to bring some representation to this YouTube movie review space of this black queer nerd like myself, do me a favor, if you aren't already, hit that subscribe button. If you're not, become one of my Safe Gayveneers. But whether you're subscribed or not, if you could do me a favor, lightsaber slash that like button. It'll really help with the YouTube algorithm and getting this video and my channel out there. So yeah, we are here to talk about one of the most anticipated, at least for me, things to come out of 2022. And it is the Disney Plus show, the prequel called Obi-Wan Kenobi. I always thought it was going to be called Kenobi. I think that would probably been a better name as opposed to just Obi-Wan Kenobi. But whatever, the official title of the show is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've been saying Kenobi this whole time. But Disney has released the first 2 episodes on Disney Plus, and the brief synopsis of the show is Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi watches over a young Luke Skywalker and evades the Empire's elite Jedi hunters during his exile on a desert planet, Tatooine, while also contending with the consequences of his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his one-time friend and apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, who turned to the dark side as the evil Sith Lord, Lord Darth Vader. Like I mentioned, there's only 2 episodes out so far, and I think there's only going to be 6 episodes until, I don't know what's Disney's obsession with these 6-episode series, like, especially considering the length of each episode. Like, I think episode 2 was like 35 minutes. What are you doing? Meanwhile, Stranger Things has like 9 episodes, I think, and each episode is like an hour and a half total. Why can't y'all do that, Netflix? But anyway, it's not about Stranger Things. I'll do that video later. But yeah, I really enjoy this series so far based on the 2 episodes that I've seen. It's funny because, like, I was looking forward to Obi-Wan, but yet, like, I didn't watch the show Boba Fett because I was not looking, like, I didn't care about the character of Boba Fett. And then I looked at the reaction on the internet and it was like, yeah, it really wasn't that good. So because of that, I haven't watched Boba Fett, so I haven't really seen any Star Wars properties since the latest season of The Mandalorian that ended, like, what, 2 years ago? So, like, I've been pretty much Star Wars deprived because of that. And plus, getting to see the return of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan, Hayden Christensen is back as Darth Vader. Maybe we'll see some video game connections with Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. I'm excited about that. I've been saying or hoping he'd show up, like, even in The Mandalorian. I was like, can we get Cal Kestis? Maybe we'll get that in this. Who knows? But either way, I'm excited to see what Obi-Wan was up to during the entire time after Order 66 to now. And spoilers in this video. I'm not going to go like fully in depth with spoilers, but I am going to be talking spoilers in this video. So if you haven't seen the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, definitely check those out and then come back here. But even during the exciting opening moment where you got to see the Jedi fighting in the midst of Order 66 with this one lone Jedi is trying to protect the younglings, and just the way that scene was shot, like, I really enjoyed that scene, and then the music that was playing with it, like, it was exciting, and I was rooting for this Jedi, this unnamed Jedi, to, like, escape. Because we know that, obviously, with, you know, Cal Kestis, Obi-Wan, Yoda, like, there are Jedi that have escaped and made it out of Order 66, and I was hoping this character was going to be one of them, but it wasn't, but it was still a great way to open the show. And I love how they're having all these actors that come back to play these roles. Like you got Jimmy Smits coming back to play Bail Organa. And then not only just that, but this is the thing I want to focus mostly on for this review, the two female characters in this show. I'm actually surprised, wonderfully surprised, because I didn't think they were going to do it, to show like Leia be so important in this series, and for Leia to be the reason that Obi-Wan ended up going back and opening himself up to the Force again, and Leia being the reason why he no longer is in hiding, which also is showcasing that no, Leia is just as important to this story and this mythos and to the balancing of the Force as Luke is. Now, granted, I'm still not a fan of what they did in the sequel trilogy, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about what's the story that they're telling here and now. And then it also makes sense when you think about the movie A New Hope, where Leia sent that message to Ben or Obi-Wan, help me, Ben Kenobi, or help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. It makes sense when you think about he rescued her as a kid, and he was her only hope. And I also love the fact that they're showing young Leia tap into the Force at an early age when she basically was reading her cousin for filth because he tried to play her in front of everybody. And it also it kind of goes to show, because truth of the matter is Leia has always had a much stronger connection to the Force than Luke has. And really, and this is also, at least in the old canon, and they kind of tap into it a little bit in the new Star Wars sequel trilogy, which I hate the sequel trilogy, but they do show, like, had Leia been the one to train, Leia's actually more powerful than Luke. Like, even when you think about A New Hope, Luke had to train to really be able to tap into the Force, but Leia, as we see in this show, has been doing it since she was a kid. Obviously, she didn't know what she was doing, but I love seeing that. But not only just that, but shout out to this little girl, Vivian Lyra Blair, who's playing a young Leia. Like, she's eating this role. I absolutely love her in this role. I wish Carrie Fisher was still alive to see this character. Like, I think she would have really got a kick out of Vivian Lyra Blair's portrayal and how she's written. Like, I absolutely love, and it's so obvious that she will grow up to be the Leia that we know and love. Now, yes, I do have to say, like, the chase scene between young Leia and the bounty hunters, it was a little cringe, because I was like, there's no way that this little girl's outrunning them in the way, and then plus the way they shot it, it's like, y'all could totally grab her, like, right here. Like, so yeah, they could have shot that chase scene a little bit better, but just her portrayal and the character and the way they're characterizing young Leia, I absolutely I love it. And it's totally how a young senator or a person that's growing up to be a senator would be, especially the character that we know that becomes Leia Organa or Leia Skywalker. Like, that's totally her. Like, this is the same kid that grows up and tells Luke Skywalker, the person that came to rescue her, into the chute, fly boy. So yeah, so Leia's just been brave and about that life from the beginning. I love seeing young Leia in this show. And I'm just so glad that the show is not ignoring her. But also, like, even the chase scene with her and Obi-Wan, I'm just like, granted, I get Obi-Wan cut himself off from the Force, but at the same time, I'm like, basically, Star Wars just needs to do better with chase scenes. That's really all it boils down to. But another character I want to focus on for this review, and I said in my intro, my favorite character, Inquisitor Reva, played by Moses Ingram. And Hasbro already released Star Wars Legends toy. I already got it pre-ordered. I'm getting, like, the toy is my, like, before I even knew the toy was, I was like, oh, I need an action figure of her. And then I saw they released one. I'm like, oh, I'm getting that, like, ASAP. Like, you know the saying, black women get stuff done? They were definitely talking about Inquisitor Reva. Like, she got stuff done in 2 episodes. Like, they've been searching for Obi-Wan for 10 years. And this woman just got on the job, and she was already able to track this man down pretty much. And I already know on the internet, because I've seen it, because Star Wars fans are toxic as hell. And it's so interesting, like, the misogynoir and sexism is strong. It's strong with these people, because it's like, I find it very interesting that the 2 characters that people are complaining about on this show are the women, young Leia and Reva. people don't seem to like their character. But I saw this tweet, and I'll put it here up on the screen or during the editing process. But basically, they were like, "How did she know to kidnap Leia? How did they know? How did they know that that would get Obi-Wan out?" And I'm like, "Did y'all not watch the show?" She literally says in this episode, talking to the Grand Inquisitor, that Obi-Wan fought with Bail Organa during the Clone Wars, so it would make sense that he would come out of hiding to save his daughter. Like, it was literally in the show. So you just want to find a reason to be mad at this character. But it's kind of pretty predictable where they're going to go with the character of Reva. She obviously has close personal ties with Obi-Wan. She feels like Obi-Wan wronged her in some way. Maybe he wasn't around to protect her. Whatever the reason is, it's very personal. So that's why she has a strong vendetta against him. And more than likely, probably by the end of the series, she's going to see the light. She's going to join the good side of the Force after she maybe has a conversation with Obi-Wan. And I'm sad, like, she's probably going to end up dying because she turns back to the light. It's the same thing that happened with the Inquisitor character, almost beat for beat, it seems like, with one of the Inquisitor characters in Jedi Fallen Order. Like, spoilers for Jedi Fallen Order, but I can't remember. It was like, she was like the second sister or something, and she was after Cal Kestis, and then and the reason she was after Cal Kestis is because she had beef with Cal's mentor. The mentor and Cal talked, she saw the light, she came back to the good side of the Force, but then Vader unalived her. Same thing's probably gonna happen to Reva, which will upset me, because I'm like, how many black women do we have in Star Wars? Not really any. Black characters, period, but especially black women. Barely any. So I'm like, I hope they don't unalive Reva. Let her turn to the good and then stay alive. Or let her stay a villain. Either way, we need strong female black villains, or just black villains, period. But definitely black women villains. So I'm here for that. My biggest question about the show, and this is the difference between me and toxic fans, where I'm not criticizing or raging against the show. It's only the second episode. Wait and find out. But my biggest question is, how does she know, or how did she know that Anakin and Vader are one and the same? Only a small handful of people actually knew Vader's true identity, and that was Palpatine, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Ahsoka, as far as I know. Maybe there are more, but I think those are the only ones. Vader has and also Admiral Tarkin. Vader went out of his way to try to unalive and kill anybody else that knew the connection between Anakin and Vader. So that's my biggest question that I hope the show actually does address. But again, it's only episode 2. We have more story to tell with Reva and Obi-Wan. So I'm just curious to see how that comes about. But yeah, I'm here for this show so far. I really enjoy it. Hopefully the Grand Inquisitor isn't actually dead. Like, I haven't seen like all of the Clone Wars. I've only seen up to the 5th season, and I haven't seen any of Rebels. So like, I think Rebels is when the Grand Inquisitor gets introduced. So I don't really know a lot about the Grand Inquisitor, but I know I know of the Grand Inquisitor. I know he's the Grand Inquisitor. He's a major character, at least in Rebels. So I'm hoping they didn't just introduce him in Obi-Wan just to unalive him and then be done with it from here on out, because I would like to see more of this character, to learn more about him, since I haven't seen Rebels. So yeah, but her cutting off hands and things, I didn't even feel bad for that person, because I'm like, this is Star Wars. Everybody loses a hand. They're just going to get a robot hand at a certain, like, it doesn't mean anything to lose a hand in Star Wars. Oh, and then one more criticism that I saw, like, they said that they feel like Reva is taking over the show, and it's more about Reva than it is about Obi-Wan. I completely disagree with that. Most of the scenes were with Obi-Wan, especially Obi-Wan and Leia, and then on top of that, everything that Reva, her main drive, it's all Obi-Wan related. So it's still about Obi-Wan at the end of the day. It's just, your show is as good as your main antagonist. And right now, Reva is the main antagonist for now, until we get to Vader. Either way, like I said, I'm excited for episode 3. I'm really enjoying the show so far. And obviously, I'm not going to rate the show because I haven't gotten the full season yet. I don't know how the show's going to end, what the storyline is going to be, what the general conclusion is going to be. But either way, with these 2 episodes, I'm excited. I'm excited to check out episode 3. And I may end up, because of how good I like these first 2 episodes, I may stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the next episode. But anyway, the question is, what did you guys think about episodes 1 and 2 of Obi-Wan? Did you like it as much as me? Did you not like it as much as me? Did you like it more than me? Did you dislike the show? But if you're coming here with some toxic I don't like Reva because whatever, yada, yada, yada. You're going to get blocked. I'm not here for it. I'm not taking any questions. Like, address the misogynoir, whatever, racism, sexism. Because I just, like I said, I find it very curious that the two characters that they don't like happen to be the two women. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about that. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, interact on this video for the all-gay rhythm. And once again, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. It'll really help with the YouTube algorithm. If this is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.